tell you what, the game's just come thick and fast. We have had two amazing games so far today. New Zealand now up against Oman, both sides looking for a victory. A little while ago the toss took place, New Zealand winning the toss. No surprise, they want to field first. Brad Hogg conducting authorities down below. Captain Raunaq Shukla. Mujibari all-rounder, Khan the batter for Oman. Both sides playing for pride really. Ryan Campbell alongside. New Zealand have been underwhelming so far, but they'll want to finish this group with a win.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to start well. These young lads from the New Zealand haven't quite got their act together so far, but this could be the game, Brad Hogg, where they turn it all around.
Yep, Mujibari and the captain, Raunaq Shukla, are opening the batting for Oman.
Good morning, gentlemen. New Zealand taking on Oman. First delivery, this matchup. A nice, easy delivery. As I say hello once again to Brad Hogg and Ryan Campbell. What a thriller.
Well, yeah, it's just the action comes thick and fast. It keeps coming. We've just watched an unbelievable game with the UAE upsetting India, and now we're into the nuts and bolts of this tournament. Every game counts now.
And he's managed to pick it up and hit it for a mighty six, the first one of this game.
Raunaq was brilliant the other day. Led from the front, but he needs more support from the other players. They're really going to trouble New Zealand today, but he's a good player, good batter.
Yeah, that's four. Wasn't a great delivery. Oman, they're off to 11 in that first over.
Yeah, again, it's a good start. Pressure is just straight onto the bowler from the outset, not giving him a chance to settle at all.
Yeah, two terrific games. It feels like the morning of a test match. The sun's shining down. Overcast conditions are all done now. In for a hot day.
Well, it can be a little bit cheeky both ways, but Australia lost and India lost. But at least Australia go through and still are in the tournament.
I hear you, Hoggy. I hear you. Picking a bit on the bounce, and that's another single.
When the part-time bowler is on, you've got to make the most of it. And New Zealand have used their part-time bowler, and Oman have only managed to get 3 boundaries off the over. 17 for no loss.
Harmeet Singh into the attack. First delivery has only been 1-6. And that falls safely between the two fielders. Surprisingly, we were talking about that India-UAE game, Hoggy, and India is the only team that does not have an active cricketer in their side.
They've still all just come out of the game, and they're still playing all those older tournaments that are around.
Nicely put. Wow, he heaves it, and that's going out of the ground. Second six of the innings for Oman on the bat of Vinayak.
Wow, that's a big hit. It's going miles back, clearing the trees into the car park.
That's another 6 from the captain. That was a short delivery. Easy pickup, Hoggy.
The other ball before wasn't such a bad ball. He flighted it well. There was a little bit of turn, but just because it went for 6, the next ball, you can see the young fella under pressure. He tried to bowl quicker, and when you try and bowl quicker, sometimes you pull it down and you don't use that front arm as well. And he's done the same again, starting to rush in his action, causing him to put the ball a little shorter, and he's starting to get punished. He's got to go back to his strength. It's getting the ball in the air, ripping it, and trying to get it to drop on the batsman rather than just come off easily when you're trying to hit the pitch hard and you bowl that flatter trajectory.
3 consecutive 6s. It's got to be a wide.
You notice how Hoggy straight away comes to the defence of the brotherhood and the spin bowling union. It's a spin bowling union. You just jump to the defence of the spinners, Hoggy.
Look at that, gentlemen. Raunaq Shukla, the captain of Oman, he's got the most 6s in this edition of the tournament. That's a dot delivery. Right. He's got the most 6s in this tournament. The undisputed leader. 2 overs done, and Oman a 43 for no loss. Raunaq Shukla at the top of the leaderboard. Asif Ali will be in action as well in a bit. 43. This has been a great start for Oman.
Just a couple of minutes ago, we saw Stuart Binney nearly getting India over the line against the UAE. Some powerful hitting. And the bowler was under the pump, just trying to find the Yorker, and then Stuart Binney just happy to pound it over the boundary. It was a beautiful 44. And that was probably the shot of the day over cover. But that final ball, the bowler just went to natural line and length, and Stuart Binney couldn't get it away.
Yeah, I don't expect him to be thinking about running a double, but that is what it came down to. Raunaq though, 43 of just 10. Remember, a batsman has to retire, but this was that last ball of that thriller. Stuart Binney went in for that second run, and the bowler was able to clip the stumps in the end. Even though they were tied on 6s, India had 1 extra 4. India didn't have the extra legs to run that last run.
There's simply a total on the board. If you don't get that total, you don't win. 4s and 6s should be your last thought.
And the points table, as far as Pool C is concerned, Pakistan have dominated both the sides. They're at the top of the table. The great net run rate to boot. UAE win that thriller by 1 run against India, and they're through to the next round as well. That's quick. And be 4 wides, 5 wides, mind you.
Yeah, you can't afford those in this game. They're under the pump, New Zealand. This Oman batting lineup has really enjoyed what they've seen so far. And the Kiwis need to start taking a breath, because right now they are absolutely under the pump.
The fans in the house armed with their sunscreens. And slower delivery. Well, the umpires might want to check that. It did recover well. What a start for Oman. What a start for Vinayak Shukla.
Well, that was a good piece of bowling by McIntyre. He is under pressure, but had the courage to go to the slower delivery. And in this sort of tournament, you do have to have the courage to change it up as a bowler. Well, a good effort by the fielder. As clumsy as it looks, it still did the job.
Yeah, he rolled over the ball. This would give you a better perspective, a better angle. Yeah, looks safe. Looks all right.
Well, it looks safe, but the good thing about it, New Zealand love their rugby. It wasn't a forward knock-on. The ball went behind, so the rugby skills still came into play there.
He cuts it into a safe space. That's four.
That's almost a traditional cricket shot. That the late cut, absolutely nailed it behind point.
Safest area in the business, no matter what format you're playing.
The Oman skipper, 48. Just 12 deliveries. Hits it towards long on. There is a fielder there. One more run and he'll have to retire. And what a start this has been for Oman. 60 for no loss. The end of 3. Australia, Nepal and India, UAE, the 2 matches we've had so far. And what that means is England and India now will play next. And immediately post that, might be a little dilemma for Ryan Campbell sitting in the comm box as Australia takes on Hong Kong in the quarterfinal.
Got a foot in both camps. Who can I go for? I can't lose, really.
And Vinayak, he's got into a 50. He's got 53, which means he'll have to retire. 5 4s, 5 6s at a strike rate of 378.5. How good has he been?
He was sensational, just continuing the form. But another player from Oman has to lift. Has to also put scoreboard pressure on New Zealand. I think a score of a 120, 130 will definitely do the job for Oman today. You had a 3-way scenario here. Coaching in England. Played for Hong Kong, played for Australia. Could have gone for all 3.
Hey, I feel like my kids, like at the moment, they go for everyone as well, though. One was born here, one was born in the Netherlands. I got a foot in every camp.
Priorities are simple for Ryan Campbell. But right now, Mujibur and Hussain, we've seen this, that when a batter gets to 50, we saw that with England, with Jack Wood. Teams have lost their way a little bit. And now with only, 2 fresh batsmen at the crease, they'll have to really put their foot on the pedal.
Well, you're going to put the foot on the pedal, but it's the bowler who's putting the foot on the pedal. Hussain looking at the clouds rather than the ball. And all I can hear is the wrong piece of wood connecting with the ball. That's the bails coming off the stumps. Hussain Out for a duck. Oman 66 for 1.
Well, Oman have just lost Hussain, and Asif Khan comes in to join Mujibur. It's been a quiet over. That's a boundary.
Well, a much-needed one. I can't believe I'm even saying that. But like you say, we've seen in this competition a retirement. It's not actually even a wicket, but can cause a change in momentum. And the Kiwis feel that it can just a little bit of a change in the air. Can they cash in on it?
That'll be a single. And that's the over. 71 for 1. The end of 4. That is the payoff tree for this edition of the Hong Kong Sixes. Australia will take on Hong Kong. South Africa take on Pakistan in that second quarter final. The other side, it's Sri Lanka, Nepal, and 2 more Asian sides. In the mix, UAE taking on Bangladesh. The winner is getting into the semi-finals. And the teams that don't win will go into the plate. 72 for 4. Oman. They've lost that 1 wicket. The captain has retired, Vinayak. That's a mighty 6. Oh, square leg.
I hate to say it, but they actually needed that. Just the momentum of this innings has just sort of slowed down a little bit. They need a big over.
Hoggy, we saw the ball do just a tad little bit in the morning. We'll come back to that. But Australia, Hong Kong, the better side in that group along with Australia. And UAE and Bangladesh will play that 4th quarter final. Just going back to what I was asking you, Hoggy. We saw the ball do a little bit in the morning, but with the sun beating down, are the spinners going to come back into play again like yesterday?
I think as the day goes on, I think the spinners will come into play later on in the day. The wicket will dry out. We're very lucky that we had overcast conditions earlier on, just protecting the pitch, just helping it last a little longer. But the umpires are going upstairs to just check if there's a potential run out here from New Zealand.
There you go. Ooh, it's touch and go. That's looking like he might be out. What do you reckon, Ryan?
Well, Ryan's still working out whether he's going for England, Hong Kong or Australia, but that's definitely out.
Mujibur.
I think he was loafing. He was just taking his time, not really thinking that anyone was going to throw at the stumps, and he's gone.
And he stuck around. He was confident, but like we saw from that replay, it's a little lazy to get back into his crease and losing his wicket. 79 for 2.
Well, he was 4 off 7. He thought he might be better off in the sheds rather than out in the middle. Give another batter a go.
Now, Zikria Islam come out in the middle. Ooh, just shot. might have hurt himself as well, but what a start for Oman when Vinayak was going great guns, got to a 50, and things have just slowed down for them after he's gone back to the dugout.
Fielder just got a little bit of a falcon there. Ball just rising in front of him into the head, but that's the way you field out in the deep. You look for the chance. If you can't get there, get the body on the line. Beautiful bowling from Astle, just slowing it up. And Zikria just trying to overhit it rather than just time it.
Seen that 1-6 in this over. Also the wicket. That run out. That's a very good over from the captain. Just 9 off it, 80 for 2 Oman at the end of 5. Well, England and India, they'll be in action next before we get to the quarterfinals. Australia taking on Hong Kong in the first quarterfinal, followed by South Africa taking on Pakistan. Final over of the Omani innings. And it'll be Raunaq Kapur. It's conceded 17. There's 1 over. That's 6.
Oman, they've needed it. They've had the last couple of overs. Cassidy bowled a beauty, only went for 9. Astle bowled another great over, only went for 9. The whole momentum of this innings has come to an end.
That's gone down straight. But there's a fielder there. Cuts off. That's just 1 run. Ryan, interesting that you were talking about Cassidy having got a wicket and also conceding less than 10. You wonder why Todd Astle would go back to Raunaq Kapur. That's smashed. And that's 4.
Yeah, it's an interesting tactic. You would have thought that, I wonder if pre-game they'd already made that decision that Kapur was always going to bowl the extra over, but got to think on your feet, I would have thought, and change your ideas.
Straight down the throat of the field. Harmeet Singh takes the catch. That's a wicket. And Zikria will go back, having just got 4 on the board.
Just not having the weight go through the ball. He was falling away there. That's why he didn't get the power. And Raunaq gets the wicket. Ramanandi out for a duck. And Oman 91 for 3.
Yeah, Zikria hit it straight down the throat of the field, and Jitendra Ramanandi is the new batter. You wonder what the captain Vinayak Shukla must be feeling, having scored a terrific half century. That's 6. It's sailing into the stands. 97. A delivery remaining. We'll be thinking about that psychological 100 on the board.
Yeah, they need it, that's for sure. But again, they'll be thinking the Kiwis got bowled out for 40 last game.
Bang! That's the sound from the bat. And Oman do cross at 100 run mark. They end on 103. And for New Zealand, that target is 104 here in Hong Kong. Well, Oman, they got a super start by the captain, Raunaq Shukla. He got 53, and when he retired, they somehow looked like they lost their way a little bit. What an innings.
Yeah. Raunaq was just superb. Another wonderful innings in this tournament. He's hit the most sixes so far by any batsman in the Hong Kong Sixers 2024. Just power favouring the onside a lot. And we just see beautiful back cut as well on the sweep. They got him over that 50 mark where he had to retire. 132 sixes from Raunaq Shukla. Oh, sorry.
Runs.
132 runs.
He's got 15 sixes. Last we counted, he's also at the top of the six hitters list. New Zealand.
Well, Cassidy and Astle bowled a couple of brilliant overs that really dragged it. The total at the start of that innings, it felt like they were totally out of control, New Zealand. But a couple of good overs and a retirement dragged them back in. They'll feel that they're right in this game.
104 is what New Zealand need. But the next game, these two sides are in the bowl group. That's England versus India. Let's go for the toss.
Well, we're ready for the toss here. England against India. I've got Mr. Gandhi, the match referee, alongside me. Ravi Bapar is the skipper of England. Robbie Utapa, good to see you. England, the home side. Mr. Gandhi, give Ravi the coin, please.
Heads.
Heads is the call. What is it, sir?
Heads, India won the toss.
Robbie,
We'll bowl first.
you're going to bowl why?
Well, because of the bowling attack we have. So we got to give ourselves a chance to chase the score. And we were close in the last one. Hopefully we'll get over the line in this one.
Disappointing couple of games. I suppose a chance to right a few wrongs and entertain the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the entertainment's been there. It's just that we haven't gotten over the line. I think we'd like to get over the line.
Okay, any changes?
Srivat Goswami comes in. I'm going to roll my arm over.
You're going to bowl?
I have to now.
Good man. Stay there. Don't go there. Ravi, happy with that?
Yeah, happy. We were happy to bat or bowl, so we don't mind.
What's happened with your side? You've been bowled out twice. What's going on?
Look, it's one of those things. Yesterday we picked out every ball that just went straight to the fielder, and there's only 4 fielders out there. Went straight to them and straight to the hand. But it happens. It's that type of game.
Bit of English pride here against India. Always a mouth-watering contest. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, always enjoy playing against India, and my good friend Robin as well.
Okay, well, listen, you're not friends right now. You're enemies. India win the toss, bowl first.
Ravi and Robin at the toss, and Robin Utapa winning the toss. The coin has favoured him, but Srivat Goswami comes in as India elect to bowl again. And he comes in instead of Manoj Tiwari. The English side has been a great addition of the Hong Kong Sixers for them. They want to win. And so do India, because they lost to Pakistan, they lost to UAE. Now these two sides will contest in the bowl group. Focusing our attention back on this game. New Zealand, Sam Cassidy has come into bat, along with Raunaq Kapur as the target for New Zealand now is 104 runs. Husnain Shah with the ball. Here comes the first delivery.
Great bowling by Husnain first up. Cassidy expecting pace on, and he just slowed it up.
Todd Astle, the captain, we saw one of the games he came out to open. Not the game where they got bowled out for 40, which was the previous game for New Zealand. It's Sam Cassidy and Raunaq that they have come out to bat with. It's a good ball.
It's good length. Kapur trying to run it down to third man, can't get contact. Of course, Kapur played most of his cricket as a youngster here in Hong Kong. Represented the Hong Kong under-19s before moving to New Zealand for studies.
And that's crashed with a mid-wicket boundary for 4.
Just too short, but that's a better aggressive shot from Raunaq, rather than just try and be fancy with it and glide it. Just to give it a little bit of power.
Another dot. Raunaq Kapur, he is born in India. He has played a T20I for Hong Kong and studies in New Zealand. Traveled the world, just like Ryan.
There's a couple of lads that all at the same time from Hong Kong went to study in New Zealand just before COVID hit, actually. So they ended up spending longer than what they expected, and they're still there.
Well, that's a no ball. The front foot no ball, which means not only do they get that extra run. Ooh, that is a tough call.
Gee, that's harsh.
And that's just misery. First that no ball call and a 6 for Sam Cassidy. Magnan's shot, too easy.
Well, the ball before it was called a no ball, and the foot was actually behind the line, and that might have just caused Hasnain just to start to panic a little bit, but because he's got to bowl that extra ball, caused him just to bowl that short one. Just losing a little bit of focus there, the young man.
Final ball of the first over. Ooh. Is that a wide? He wanted to give that a wide and then he decided to change his decision. That's the end of the over. 13 for no loss. New Zealand. New Zealand have been set a target of 104. It's been a decent start. 13 on the board. Zikria Islam with some spin now.
Raunaq just needs to be thinking boundaries. And that's what we got coming up. England versus India, Australia, Hong Kong.
Australia are coming into this match having just endured a loss against Nepal. And I've been speaking to a few people here on the ground, and everybody seems to be putting Nepal as one of the favorites to go all the way, gentlemen.
Well, they do have a chance. But as we've seen in this game, both teams have struggled against right arm off spin, and Zikria is causing a few problems for the left-handed Raunaq.
86 required of 27. 5 runs of this over. New Zealand need a few of those sixes. Crowd wants a few of those sixes. And it'll be the first one of them in this over.
Yeah, they need that, New Zealand. Just get the feeling that Cassidy's the one guy that can clear the rope consistently. And he's going to need to do it a few more times.
That slashed hard. Goes for 4. 15 already in the over.
Not the worst ball from Zikriya. Looking for the 8 Yorker, finding the Yorker, going across the batsman. But Cassidy equally is clever.
That's fielded well off his own bowling, and that's a dot delivery. New Zealand, end of 2, chasing 104, 28 for no loss. Oman, they put on 103 on the board, and chasing 104. New Zealand, though they haven't lost a wicket, got 28 on their 2 overs. Mind you, gentlemen, the last 3 games, it's the teams that have batted first that have gone on to win them. Has he gone up?
Again, Raunaq, the dots are mounting. I know he's getting up the other end there. I just feel like his swing is almost a little bit too late, almost. Got a big high back lift, but the swing is just not connecting at the moment. Cassidy needs to pick up the slack.
Once again, hit down the ground. There is a fielder there. The stoop in this over. That required run rate is climbing. It's climbing quick. That swing was all right.
That's better. That's what we're after. Just needs to... He's a big, tall lad. He's got long levers. When he picks the bat up, really needs to trust what he's doing, and that's a full swing of the bat. It's a good shot.
He used his feet. Just came down the ground, get to the pitch of the ball, and then heaved it over the straight boundary.
The difference between the one he missed and the one he hit, he was in a still position with the connection with the 6.
Gets it easy, another 6 for Raunaq Kapur. They need close to 20 per over. This over has yielded 14. 2 sixes for the big man.
There you go, 3 in a row for the big boy. That's better.
48 for no loss at the end of 3. And that last over was the best of this Kiwi chase. Got 20 of it. And Team India, they are up next, and they will be in a fight with Ravi Bopara's England. Both these sides in the bowl group now. Just a single.
Ramanandi, been very impressed with him throughout the tournament with both bat and ball as well. And they need his little bit of dial right now, just to put a little bit more pressure on New Zealand. A good over here now, just about put the percentages in Oman's favour.
That's a massive 6. Raunaq Kapur now has hit 4 sixes on the trot.
Starting to deal with, he's found his range, that's for sure. Slower ball into the pitch, just sits up and it's really sitting there waiting for that. Clears the rope by a long way.
New Zealand off to 55. Gentlemen, Robin has kept wickets in 2 games, another 6. For Raunaq Kapur, he's just dealing in maximums. Gets to 39 of just the 14 delivery and 6 sixes already in the game for him.
It's amazing what a little bit of confidence can do. Ramanandi has just not got the radar right now. And Raunaq has found his.
One more. That's 6 sixes in a row for Raunaq Kapur. 9 of 6 at one stage, has gotten to 45 of 15.
He's definitely found the range now. He's loving what he's seeing. He wants another piece too.
One more 6 not only takes him to his half century, he'll also have to retire. That brings new batsman at the crease. That's 4. Maybe that is strategic. He gets one more delivery to play here.
Good management that. We've seen that a number of times over this tournament. Players getting to 49 and then hitting their next ball for 6. It's the way to go, that's for sure.
It'll be interesting to see if Raunaq Kapur falls. Ryan Campbell's script. Where is this last delivery going? Almost hits his on-striker. That is 50 for Raunaq Kapur. Of just 17 deliveries as New Zealand. 72 for no loss at the end of 4. Raunaq Kapur, 6 mighty sixes and 3 boundaries as he has to retire. I know you don't want too many dot deliveries. Why wouldn't Raunaq just wait for that one delivery, hit a 6 and then retire? Ryan?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I reckon he tried to hit it for 6. He just didn't get a piece of it, and then I think he felt a bit sheepish. So he had to walk up the other end to get a single, but it's a very good innings for his team. Henry McIntyre now has to come in and complete the job for New Zealand.
First Kiwi to get a 50 in this tournament. New Zealand still need 32. The 2 overs went in for the reverse.
That's definitely the first attempted reverse sweep that we've seen this tournament. Not a bad idea when there's no one behind point on the offside.
6. McIntyre tries the reverse, didn't work, went straight down the ground.
I'm going to say stick with that one, mate. Play straight.
Getting a little turn, and that's out. Faintest of edges. McIntyre. It's a short innings of 3 deliveries. Saw everything. He got an edge. The keeper. New Zealand 78 for 1 at the 3rd ball mark. There's a fielder there. They only get a single. Get to 79. 25 more runs needed. He spills it. He was in control. Just couldn't hold on to it.
Oh no, the game is on the line. You can't afford to be dropping those. Hopefully he hasn't let the ball roll onto the rope and it's just the single, but they're just going to check that. But is that a big moment in this match?
I think they're still checking the boundary here. If part of his body was touching those boundary cushions. Looks all right. Just a single. There's that single. 24 now required. Last ball coming up, the 5th over. And he's just saved 7 runs by giving away just that single. Final over coming up. New Zealand need 23 for a win. It's been the day of the more unfancy teams. Nepal getting one over the mighty Aussies, and UAE winning by 1 run against India. And keeping things down under, New Zealand might be edged out by Oman. They still need 23 runs. It's still doable.
Come on, Hoggy. Who's winning? I want to know.
I think Oman are going to get the job done here.
Straight into his legs. Straight down for 4.
But I can change my mind.
No, you can't, mate. No, you can't. So the scenario, 5 balls remaining, 19 to win. The Kiwis haven't won a game in Hong Kong. They're desperate. So are Oman. Too close to call, Hoggy.
Just a couple of 6s. Can Xavier do it? Lack those 6s, that power. And that's going to be another single. 4 deliveries remaining. 18 runs. 2 6s. Definitely the need of the hour.
Well, in general, when we've been speaking about all these games, the batters has pretty much dominated the ball. So you expect the batters to get over the line here, but the bowling, if they can just find a way to get through these 4 balls without getting hit for a maximum, what's those games to come are going to see some beauty. South Africa versus Pakistan's going to be a ripper.
Huge delivery in the context of the game coming up. And that's just a single. Now it becomes very simple. 3 deliveries remain. You need 3 6s.
Well, that's the easy equation there, but that's good bowling by Hasnain, knowing that Cassidy's looking for that ball full and just getting it in the ribs, just causing Cassidy having to change his swing. I just feel as though Oman are right on top now, and Hasnain has found his range.
All he wants is to make sure the ball doesn't go out of the park. Hasnain. Pressure getting to us then. That's a wide. That's an extra delivery he'll have to bowl. That's an extra run.
Whatever you do, don't bowl a wide or a no ball. You're almost home, mate. Come on.
Well, be fair, it was a beautiful Yorker, just didn't quite get it on the right line, just outside leg stump. The idea was there. He's got to bowl another Yorker here. Can't afford a 6. If the batsman was standing regulation and not moving across the crease, that would have gone into the pad.
From 3 6s. He can still do it with 2 and a 4. The fielder's coming under it. He takes it. Is that the game? Xavier. Well, they're celebrating Oman, the day of the underdogs. New Zealand lose another wicket.
It's the one that gets the job done for Oman. They needed 6s, New Zealand, but they couldn't get it. High on the bat, skied it. It was all she wrote. Safe pair of hand. And New Zealand are going to fall to another loss, 88 for 2.
And the captain comes out to bat. 2 deliveries. 16. It's out of New Zealand's hands. Oh, brilliant effort from the fielder. Couldn't hold on to it. Nevertheless, saves some vital runs, but New Zealand, it's going to be another defeat for them. And the fans of Oman celebrating. It's been a great effort, Raunaq. With so many 6s. And New Zealand, though they finish their innings with a 6, they'll still be short by 8 runs as Oman pulls off another victory. And New Zealand, they crash to less than 100. Great victory for Oman, the day of the underdogs. Victory by 8 runs.
Yeah, wonderful performance by Oman.
Raunaq Kapur, he got a 50, kept donking 6s, but he got no support. On the other end, on Cassidy, he tried and tried, could only get 27 of his 11 deliveries, but New Zealand fell short by 8 runs.
The bowling there, Mujibur was the one. He bowled that over right under pressure, took a big wicket, 1 for 9, changed the course of this match.
What a win it was for Oman at one point of time, and Raunaq Kapur, who's sitting distraught there, was hitting those mighty 6s. New Zealand were in with a chance. They just strangled that Kiwi batting. Oman, and in the end, winning this match by 8 runs. Remember, both these sides